Hey everyone, Thunder here. Today I want to talk a bit about talents, and in particular I would like to talk about Chilling Cold, which is one of the more popular blue talents that gets a lot of use in the popular meta builds these days. But before I get started, I'd like to give a massive shout out to my amazing Patreons. If it wasn't for their awesome help and support, I wouldn't keep being able to bring you this amazing content. So a huge shout out to them. And if you have a moment, please hit the like and subscribe for the videos. It helps other people find this content so we can all learn about Questland together. Alright, now let's hop into checking out Chilling Cold. Chilling Cold is a pretty popular talent. There's a little bit going on for it here. The first ability is pretty straightforward, and you have just a bit of damage, and if you have intensity active, you'll get a blue return to the board. So if your intensity is active, use 1 blue, gain 1 blue. So nice little ability, doesn't usually get too much use though. Moving down here we have Cold Crush. This is a pretty interesting ability here, which does a bit of magic damage, but it has a chance to switch over to melee. If your shield is broken, it'll be melee 100% of the time, and you get a nice 10% increase on your attack stat. So this is pretty interesting and useful. If you are using an attack build and you can chain 2 blue, you can get a nice little bit of extra damage from this, which is pretty cool. But the main ability everyone really focuses in on here is Freezing Frenzy, this 4 blue. You have the strongest magic damage skill in the game. It's tied by a few, but it is top notch. In addition to this, it can freeze opponents, which is amazing, and it can fix your shield 20% or more. The more is if you have blue intensity. This is by far one of the strongest blue talents out there. And it overshadows a lot of other talents, so you're going to see this one used a lot. Now, this talent is very strong, but when you want to look at pairing it, what can really enhance it is something with intensity. For starters, if you have intensity, you get this nice use 1 blue, gain 1 blue. If you need to use that there's a few reasons, but it's not too often used. Or down here, this 4 blue, right? This 4 blue is going to stun the opponent, regenerate your shield, do a bunch of damage, and blue intensity increases the damage and the shield regeneration. So blue intensity is the #1 thing we're looking for, besides spirit regeneration, which usually weapons help with, that we need on this build. Now, spirit regeneration we can't do too much about with this, but blue intensity is not too hard to come by. There's a pretty popular chain of weapons that it's used quite a bit that makes this always useful. And we're talking about weapons with this mighty magic. So when you use 4 blue, you use 1 red. This is kind of the foundation of most blue builds, which is why I'm showing off this weapon. But there are other weapons which can do similar things. But this is a foundational weapon here that's used a lot. So when we're talking about this, we need intensity. And if we're using 4 blue, we can use 1 red pretty reliably. So the pairings we kind of care about are going to be Bloodlust, which is an awesome talent to pair with, and we'll be triggering the 1 red, so we'll ignore the rest, but focus here. We get a nice attack on the enemy, which is always good. Blue intensity, which is great. And, oh look, if we happen to get maximum blue intensity, we get an attack. I'm sorry, not an attack, a chain. A 60% chance to get an additional 1 white spirit, which could do some interesting things for us. So this is a good talent to look at for pairing with Chilling Cold. Another really good talent to look at is Inner Fire, and we're looking at this first one right here. You get a nice % health heal that goes over a few rounds, which is great, and it builds blue intensity. So on this one, you're going to get that blue intensity stacking up, so you're getting armor regeneration, a bunch of damage, and from this you'll be getting a bunch of healing, which is always nice. It makes for a really strong combo. All right, those are the core things to keep in mind when looking at things to build around the chilling cold talent. If you like this video, please go down below and hit the like and subscribe buttons. It helps other people find this channel so we can all keep learning and improving together. And if you have not, please check out my Patreon, where a bunch of amazing people work together to help and support me. If you are Epic tier and higher, you get to be in the scrolling credits like these awesome people. All right, Thunder out.